The Zephyrian High Council had spent 3 rotations preparing for humanity's first diplomatic contact. Their crystalline chambers buzzed with anticipation as Admiral Kextar reviewed the intelligence reports one final time. Humans, according to their deep space reconnaissance, were a primitive species barely capable of interplanetary travel. Their largest vessels were crude metal constructs, powered by chemical propulsion and held together by what the Zephyrians could only describe as organized chaos. Primitive bipeds, Counselor Valana had declared during the preliminary briefings. Their technology is laughably inadequate. We shall offer them protection in exchange for their mineral-rich worlds. A simple transaction. The rendezvous point had been established in the neutral zone between Earth's outer colonies and Zephyrian space. Admiral Kextar commanded the Luminous Throne, a magnificent vessel stretching 12 kilometers in length, its bioluminescent hull pulsing with the rhythm of a living heart. Surrounding it floated a fleet of smaller ships, each one a masterpiece of Zephyrian engineering that could reduce a moon to dust with a single focus beam. As the appointed time approached, the Admiral's confidence swelled. Humanity would surely surrender at the mere sight of their technological superiority. The Zephyrians had conquered 17 star systems using this same intimidation tactic. Why should the humans be any different? The first sign that something was amiss came from the sensor operator. Admiral, Lieutenant Mortiech reported, his voice carrying an unusual tremor. I'm detecting a massive energy signature approaching from the Sol system. Kextar's 4 eyes focused on the tactical display. A single contact was moving toward them at impossible speeds, its trajectory perfectly straight and unwavering. Magnify, he ordered. The view screen flickered, and suddenly the bridge fell silent. Where they had expected to see a ramshackle human vessel, something entirely different materialized from the void. The ship, if it could even be called that, defied every principle of spacecraft design the Zephyrians understood. It was enormous, easily dwarfing even the Luminous Throne. But size alone wasn't what left the alien crew speechless. The vessel appeared to be carved from a single piece of midnight black material that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. Its surface was smooth as glass, broken only by geometric patterns that pulsed with an eerie blue energy. Most disturbing of all, it made no sound, not even the subtle vibrations that all ships produced. It moved through space like a phantom, silent and deadly. What is that? Counselor Valana whispered, her usual arrogance replaced by something approaching fear. The human battleship came to a stop 3,000 kilometers away, close enough to demonstrate its presence, far enough to avoid seeming immediately threatening. For several minutes, neither side moved. The Zephyrian fleet, which had seemed so formidable moments before, now appeared insignificant against the alien geometry of the human vessel. Finally, a transmission arrived. The voice was calm, professional, and utterly human. This is Captain Rodriguez of the Earth Defense Force vessel Prometheus. We've come to discuss terms. Admiral Kextar found himself unable to respond immediately. The intelligence reports had been catastrophically wrong. This wasn't a species barely capable of leaving their home system. This was something far more advanced than anything in Zephyrian databases. The Prometheus hung in space like a dark omen, its very existence rewriting everything the Zephyrians thought they knew about humanity. No visible weapons ports, no obvious propulsion system, no explanation for how something so massive could move with such grace and precision. Admiral, Lieutenant Mortiech prompted quietly. They're waiting for a response. Kextar straightened in his command chair, his pride warring with newfound caution. The diplomatic mission had just become infinitely more complicated. Humanity, it seemed, had been hiding its true capabilities. The question now was not whether the humans would surrender, but whether the Zephyrians would survive the encounter with their dignity intact. Open a channel, he ordered, his voice barely steady. Tell them we're honored by their presence. As the words left his lips, Admiral Kextar couldn't help but wonder what other surprises humanity was keeping hidden in the depths of space.